Welcome to Dopamine Clinic, the place where you'll unlock the secrets of your mind and transform your life. In today's episode, we'll explore the subconscious mind, the hidden force that shapes our beliefs, actions, and ultimate potential. She left. No closure, no explanation, just silence. And now, you're sitting in your room, staring at your phone, rereading old texts like they're scripture. Your chest is heavy. Your mind is chaos. You feel like your world just collapsed. You ask yourself over and over, what did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? Was any of it even real? Let me tell you something that may hurt now, but will save you later. She broke you. Good, because now you get to decide who the FCK you're going to become. Let's rewind. When she came into your life, it felt like color returned to the world. You smiled more. You had purpose. You made plans. She was your peace, maybe even your only escape. And slowly, without even realizing, she became your identity. Your worth was tied to her smile. Your confidence, dependent on her validation. Your future, built around her presence. So when she left, it wasn't just a breakup. It was an emotional execution. Adam was 20, calm, logical, smart. But when she left, he broke like a glass dropped in silence. He said, "She was the only one who saw me. Now I feel like I don't even exist." He couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. He scrolled through her new posts, wondering how she looked so alive while he felt half dead. He'd rewatch old videos and whisper, "What happened?" That's heartbreak. It doesn't just hurt, it dismantles you. But here's what Adam didn't know yet. This was the best thing that ever happened to him. Let's be brutally honest. Most modern relationships don't end in healing. They end in emotional collapse because your brain was addicted, not connected. Love, in a neurological sense, activates the same regions as cocaine. When she texts you, dopamine. When she hugs you, oxytocin. When she validates you, serotonin. When she sleeps with you, explosion of all three. That's not just emotion, that's a neurochemical bond. So when she leaves, you don't just feel sad. You go through withdrawal. This is why you check her Instagram 10 times a day. Why you rewatch old Snap memories like they're life support. You're not crazy, you're chemically crashing. Everyone around you says the same BS. Just move on, bro. There's plenty of fish in the sea. She didn't deserve you anyway. And yeah, maybe they mean well, but that advice, it's garbage. Because healing doesn't start with distraction. It starts with facing the brutal truth. You gave your soul to someone who didn't ask for it. And now, the hole left behind. It's your responsibility to fill, not hers. You want to rebuild, then stop pretending you're fine. Adam tried that, he said. I'm just grinding now. FCK love. But at night, the mask slipped. He'd cry in silence, ashamed of feeling anything. So I told him, you want to be strong. Then bleed, fully, openly. We set a 3-day rule. For 72 hours, he wrote everything. What he missed, what he hated, what broke him. He played their song, cried, screamed, punched the pillow, because that's what pain demands, a funeral, not denial. And on day 3, he wrote in his journal, "This was the first time I felt human again." Heartbreak is brutal because it reveals how fragile your identity was. You were strong when she was beside you. But when she left, you shattered. That's the truth. So instead of saying, "She broke me," you say, "She revealed what was already broken," the need for external validation, the fear of abandonment, the illusion that love means ownership. Adam started rewriting his story. He stopped calling it a loss, he started calling it a mirror. Because once you see your own weakness, you have something to train for. This is non-negotiable. No checking her stories. No DM stalking. No backup accounts. No just friends calls. Cold, clean, cut. Why? Because every time you peak, you reopen the wound, and more importantly, you delay your evolution. Adam blocked her, not out of hate, but because he finally respected himself enough to let her go completely. He said, "I can't rise," while dragging her shadow behind me. Exactly. If you want your power back, you cut the anchor. There's a version of you that only existed to be loved by her. That version, he needs to die. The guy who avoided hard conversations just to keep her happy, put her needs above his purpose, forgot his passions, lost his edge, became soft to stay safe. That man cannot come with you into your next chapter. Let him die, mourn him, and then replace him with someone uncheckable. Adam was still broken, still hurting, but now he was no longer bleeding quietly. He was facing the mirror, bleeding openly, writing every day, lifting with fury, reading philosophy, sleeping clean, eating with discipline, and every rep, every paragraph, every silence he sat through, he heard a whisper. She didn't destroy you. She delivered you back to yourself. This isn't about getting her back. This isn't about proving anything. This is about resurrecting the man you abandoned the second she gave you attention. She broke you. Good. Now rebuild, brick by brick, until the version she left couldn't even recognize you anymore. She's gone. Not just from your feed. From your life, your future, your fantasy. But now something else is here. Something deeper than her love ever was. A burning need to become unbreakable. Adam didn't bounce back. He rebuilt, slowly, painfully, methodically. He stopped asking, "How do I get her back?" He started asking, "How do I become the man who never falls apart like that again?" And that's the shift. That's when your healing becomes power. The first change wasn't emotional. It was physical. Adam got in the gym like it was war. He didn't lift for aesthetics. He lifted like each rep was erasing weakness. No music, no selfies, just pain therapy. Every drop of sweat said, "She won't recognize this version of me." Testosterone began to rise. His posture changed. His walk became heavier, more present. His voice got deeper, not because of genetics, but because he stopped apologizing when he spoke. This wasn't a glow-up. It was a rebirth ritual. Next came the internal war. Most guys, after heartbreak, spiral into parting, rebounds, escapism, fake positivity. Adam didn't. He sat with the silence. He faced the echoes of her voice. He wrote down every lesson. And we used one of the darkest tools in psychology. Emotional transmutation. Every trigger became a cue to act. Saw her new post, gives 1 mile run. Felt a memory, gives right a lesson. Felt weak, gives cold shower. Imagined her with someone else, gives deadlifts. He turned every emotional impulse into a physical command. Pain became instruction. That's what most men miss. They feel and collapse. He felt and converted. By now, Adam hadn't seen her or spoken to her in weeks, but she still lived in his head. We had to kill the echo. Here's how. 1. Journal closure letters. He wrote her a final letter, not to send, to release. He said everything he never had the chance to say. Then he burned the page. Closure isn't given, it's taken. 2. Mind rewire drilled 10-second rule. Anytime her name entered his head, he had 10 seconds to redirect his mind. Repeat, "She's gone. I'm still here." Move, breathe, redirect, replace thought with action. This isn't denial. It's mental discipline. You don't wait for healing. You train it, like a muscle. 3. Cleanse the triggers he deleted. Photos, old messages, songs, saved notes, anything that whispered, "Go back." Because the mind can't rise if it's sleeping in the ruins of what broke it. Here's the truth. She didn't just walk away. She left because you stopped being a mystery. You became predictable to available, too eager to please, too soft to challenge. That version of you, He can't come into this new chapter. So Adam created something new, a man who doesn't chase, a man who doesn't need validation, a man who walks away before begging, a man who's so locked in that even love can't shake his mission. Daily reinforcement ritual, the identity loop. Each morning, Adam wrote, "I am not waiting to be loved. I create peace. I don't seek it. The world doesn't owe me closure. I give it to myself. Every day, I train for war, mental, physical, emotional." These weren't affirmations. They were mantras for rebirth. Pain without purpose becomes depression. Pain with purpose becomes fuel. Adam needed a mission that made heartbreak look like a footnote. He started reading again, studying psychology, learning business, volunteering, spending time with real men who sharpened his mindset. He asked, what if her leaving wasn't a curse, but a call? That's the moment everything changed. He wasn't healing from her anymore. He was building something so big, her memory couldn't even fit inside it. 3 months later, she texted him, "Hey, I saw your new post. Just wanted to say I'm proud of you." She missed the old safety, the comfort, the way he revolved around her. But Adam didn't reply, not out of spite, but because the version of him she loved no longer existed. That boy died, and in his place stood a man with scars and direction. "I know your chest still aches. I know the nights are long. I know you replay every I love you in your head and wonder if it was real. Let me say this clearly. She was not the end of your story. She was the fire that burned away the weakness inside you. You lost her. Good. Now win yourself back, and when you rise, when you're fully present, fully focused, fully whole again, you won't want her back, because the man you'll become, he'll only accept peace, power, and partnership, not emotional breadcrumbs." They thought heartbreak would break you, but it was the initiation. This pain is not a punishment, it's a prophecy of who you're about to become. So don't just heal. Rebuild, rewire, resurrect. This is Dopamine Clinic, and we don't stay broken. We become monuments of what pain couldn't kill. She left a boy behind, but now a man is rising.